and received many comments on the previous, how do you say, compromising factors or crucial conflicts, if you understand it that way. But tonight we want to speak on something that is a little bit focusing on finances and the hunger one may have deriving from, poverty or instabilities in the present economic situation. Now, we first want to touch on the reality that there could be deprivation, whether it be mental, physical, or emotional depravities. You must be able to recognize that everyone is not living a perfect life. Everyone is not feeling greatly in content at every moment. But let us focus on the gist of what this particular segment will be discussing. Divide and conquer. But understand when they say divide and conquer, we want you to also place an emphasis on the phrase divided we fall, or together, I believe it was together we stand, divided we fall. But our main focus is on divide and conquer. And we're going to caption that with hunger. So basically, I want you to come into the realism of an individual who's not doing so well. And is it wiser to chance that you believe that another individual who may have more wealth than you should be overthrown and taken away to a place where you can no longer commune with them in order for you to receive their wealth and funding? Or even if you were talking about a band of thieves, and we know there's very little honor in thievery, but let's say this band saw a rich man who was just not forthcoming without a little persuasion. And so at one time they take from him to give to the poor. So we take from him again and we take from him again until eventually he has no more for himself, and he wants us to figure out, he wants to say to us, well, how much am I worth to you now? Now that you've taken my wealth and you've squandered all of it. What could you say to this man? I mean, like, if you're saying that you're so hungry that you cannot make an investment of an individual who already has money before you have to go rob them, before you have to go steal from them, before you have to go badger them in order to take their wealth and feed your family with it or feed yourself with it. That is what I'm trying to help you understand is highly counterproductive. All right? And I want you to all to understand why I'm saying that this is highly uh, irregular and something that we should not be allowing our children to think or allowing the people in the community to think. I mean, I can understand if the individual was some type of rapist or pedophile, or they were a very, very violent individual. You felt to do away with them and to give out their wealth to the community that they badgered for so long. That would be one scenario or synopsis, but I want you to understand uh, the broader focus. What should be taught is that you cannot waste a life and believe that you're going to be prosperous after you've wasted that life and you have not given it the common decency of knowing that it could have been worth something to you and your family. And this is what I'm talking about. This is before you know who the individual is. This is before you even, yeah, or even before you know who the individual is. I'm not going to tell you to trust them. I'm not going to tell you to trust them at all. I mean, that one of my three major rules is to never trust anyone, and certainly to never trust anyone you haven't known very, very long, or to never respect anyone that hasn't deserved your respect in a long time. And it doesn't mean to disrespect them. I think we said this before. It doesn't mean to disrespect them, but never to go out of your way to treat them as if they've earned something that they haven't. So basically, we are looking at the focus of giving that enlightenment to the children. And the children has to be brought up and molded and given things so that they will become more worth it to our society. But don't exclude the fact that that may be the same thing or the same reasoning that we must use in our adult lives to overstand. So when we have a situation where we know that we could either rob somebody and take their funding away from them, it would be better for us to know how to use that individual to capitalize for both of our greater goods. Because if we're just going to murder them, then we are just killers, and that is not good.